This 9Sports special is sponsored by Illuminate Electrical and Point Coupee Parish.
Another exciting high school football season has come and gone in South Louisiana. Big hits, exciting moments, and thrilling finishes. And with that, it's time to name the Sportsline Player of the Year. Over the next hour, you'll meet our 9 finalists and the winner. Buckle up, because here we go. Welcome to our presentation for the Sportsline Player of the Year. I'm Jacques Doucet. First of all, the requirements to be a finalist and, of course, the winner. The young man must be a senior, obviously a great player on the field, and exhibit great character off the gridiron as well. Without further ado, let's get started as we'll move through alphabetical order. We first begin with a talented quarterback from the Santa Maria Gators. When it comes to playing for the Santa Maria Gators and being their QB, you could say Cooper Babin is just carrying on the old family tradition.
His grandfather was a long-time, 30-plus years middle school coach, and both his dad and his uncle were standout quarterbacks at Santa Maria High School and went on to play at Southeastern, so he had some big shoes to fill. He was expected to be great, and he sure answered that call and ended up carving out his own legacy. All three of them wore number 10, so it was a special season for him as a senior, and he really took the job and made it his own and created his own legacy, so I'm extremely proud of him.
It really wasn't like a pressure thing. It was more of like all right, I'm going to continue the legacy, and if I do that, I'm going to want to do it to the best of my ability. I always told them I wanted to be remembered as the best, and so that was just something that I pushed for every day to, be as good as them, if not better. And looking back at it, I have no regrets for it. They helped me out tremendously throughout my career, so I'm very thankful for them.
Cooper Babin putting up big numbers through the air and on the ground as the Gators enjoyed a nice season and reached the playoffs. Babin passing for nearly 2,500 yards and 19 touchdowns, while likewise proving he was a dangerous runner to the tune of nearly 1,300 yards rushing and 21 more TDs. Cooper Babin is the first Santa Maria Gator in at least the last 20 years to be a 4-year starter at quarterback.
The growth was incredible. The freshman year, it was just all about athleticism and didn't really know all the ins and outs of it. His senior year being the absolute field general that knew what was going to happen before it happened. The game really slowed down for him, and he was a tremendous leader. This was a great senior class. Those guys grew up and all played together. We had 28 seniors. They played together almost all the way up. So, they sacrificed for one another, and, they just realized that the strength of the team is the team. And once they all got promoted to the varsity as sophomores with Cooper, the winning started and hasn't stopped.
It's a very special moment. All the time, effort that everyone's put into me in my athletic career, it's really a blessing. The family that I have and the support, my parents for helping me, my teammates, former teammates and former coaches for all the support they give me and all the great memories that we built together.
And after his dad, granddad, and uncle all played their college ball for the Southeastern Lions, Cooper is likewise staying in the Southland Conference, but instead committed to the Nichols Colonels.
It really just felt like home. The coaching staff was very hands-on at first, and they made me feel great there. They made me feel like it was a place that I could spend my next 4 years of my career there. I'm very excited to play in Thibodaux.
Well, he throws a great ball and he's a great athlete in the run game, but what I sold him on is, this is like having a coach on the field. He's his grandfather, like I said, is 30-plus years coach at the middle school. His dad's our offensive coordinator. He's a student of the game, and he would put people in the right spots, and the wisdom that he gained from his family and coaching staff, his mind became a powerful asset.
Well, I think that anyone, no matter what position you play, when the game's on the line or it's a big moment, you should want the ball in your hands. That's what any competitor should want, and that's just how I thought of it. I'm always going to want the ball in my hand, and I believe in my teammates. I trust them to go make a play for me, so we made it happen.
Coach Rybacki and Coach Fertitta down at Nichols, the former Catholic high coach in our district, so I think he's in good hands down there, and he's going to have a chance to go down and compete. And, I think that's all he's going to need is a chance, because he's proven that time and time again that if, he takes advantage of opportunities.
Well, speaking of proud family tradition, Catholic High's Jacob Bradford was a finalist for this award a year ago. Now his younger brother is also up for this distinction. Kevin Baptiste has a look.
For every game, I watch Brian Dawkins highlight tape, Ed Reed's highlight tape, and Ray Lewis back to back in that order.
Those are three Hall of Famers that struck fear and pain into their opponents. And best believe that Catholic High's Blaine Bradford intends on doing the same to his prey. The funny thing is, Bradford's first position was not safety. Heck, he wasn't on defense at all.
I actually came into Catholic playing running back. So I was about to be a really good running back. Freshman year, I just kind of decided that I like hitting people and not getting hit. I was good at it. It was a needed position at the time, so I just kind of stepped in and did what I had to do and ended up loving it.
The move ended up being a wise decision, not just for Bradford, but for Catholic High's defense as a whole. If the Bears needed a boost, 23 would fly in with a jolt.
It's like no other feeling in the world. I can't even explain it to like a normal person. Like it's like a feeling where everything just goes quiet around you. Your like heart just gets to beating. You don't feel anything. Your body just feels that peace. Like I don't know. It's definitely a really good feeling. It's something that I wish anybody could experience.
As a player on the field, I'd say that's his dominant trait is just the physicality, right? Like he had hits in games that were just kind of, it changed the pace of the game consistently.
Opponents were not the only ones who felt Bradford's threat. Smoke was available for his teammates as well.
Honestly, probably one of the most physical hits I saw him have was in practice. I think it's something he brought to every game, right? Like he's an explosive player. He plays downhill behind his pads, and he's really aggressive.
They talk a lot at practice. You gotta kind of humble them sometimes.
Being the last line of defense comes with a lot of leadership responsibilities. Luckily, that was never an issue for Bradford.
His sophomore year was our coaching staff's first year here, and it kind of started off rough, and he wasn't able to play in those first games. He had an injury in the scrimmage, right, and so didn't get to play for most of his sophomore year. But to me, we're in a meeting, and he basically stands up and says, hey. I don't think coaches should have to point out effort anymore, right? Like that's something that we should all expect from each other. And to me, as a sophomore, to speak up in that way and really, kind of call that out, to me, it showed how special he was.
Usually the freshmen get in there, they're kind of like questioning stuff, not really speaking out, just scared of being wrong. I feel like I was really never that type of person, and the seniors respected me for it. I worked hard every day, and I think my voice was shown really early, which helped me later on in my career too.
Bradford signed with Ohio State last December and is already enrolled in Columbus. Part of the reason why he joined the Buckeyes is because of a similar mentality that he experienced at Catholic High. That includes the Cur Dog mentality.
A Cur Dog is just somebody who's on the line every single day. It's not something that you earn. You can't become a Cur Dog by any means. It's a way of life. I picked Ohio State over all the other schools just because of the people, because of culture, because of the competition, because of the same kind of values that I saw that Catholic had that made me pick them over everybody else.
Coming up after the break, a look at a big man in the trenches from the U-High Cubs, now on his way to the LSU Tigers.
This 9 Sports special is sponsored by Illuminate Electrical.
Illuminate Electrical, powering homes, businesses, and dreams. Our experienced team is ready to guide your property through gorgeous lighting, home, and commercial upgrades. Safety, style, and client satisfaction. That's how Illuminate Electrical illuminates your world.
The Baton Rouge Clinic has been taking care of you and your children for over 75 years.
From East Ascension to West Feliciana, from Zachary to Denham Springs, we'll keep you in the game.
From your future stars to your weekend warriors, we'll keep you in the game.
From primary care to urgent care, we'll keep you in the game.
The physicians at the Baton Rouge Clinic want to wish you a healthy and successful season. If your office is experiencing performance issues, like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Before the storm, before the ice, and before the blackouts, illuminate your home with Illuminate Electrical. Your local authorized Generac dealers are here to ease you through every step. Free consultation, unit selection, and installation. Call today to illuminate your world.
The U-High Cubs are certainly no stranger to producing big-time college and NFL talent. Their latest blue chipper has been called the #1 rated high school prospect in America. Simply put, U-High's Lamar Brown was a guy who did what he was asked to do. While Brown wants to play defensive line for the LSU Tigers, offensive line is where the Cubs needed him. And he did that job and did it very well.
Very physical. Number one, he helped make all the calls up front. Very consistent every single time. He's been in there. I think he's been starting on the offensive line since his sophomore year. And I would say probably gave up maybe 5 sacks at the most, you know.
It took me a little time to get my technique down a little bit, but I just knew, just to play with violence and don't play slow and just play fast for violence. And with my knowledge from defensive line, I use that work with myself on the offensive line, so like a cheat code, and I do vice versa if I'm on the defensive line.
You know, Lamar brings so much to the table with what he can do on the field, but he brought so much to the table off the field also. And I think that was his biggest strength, is that, just the way he was able to get the team to be a team. And a lot of it was because of his unselfishness and what he decided to play for us,
I loved it. I'm not going to lie to you. Just have to play as a whole as an offensive line, not just one person. It's like a chain you can't break.
As the season wore on and the weather cooled a bit, the Cubs also able to give Brown some meaningful snaps on the defensive side as well. And while the Cubs estimate defense only made up about 10% of his playing time, Brown seemed to impact those plays 100% of the time. He would make 29 tackles, 3 quarterback sacks, 9 tackles for loss, and force a pair of fumbles.
Like third down, so maybe on something like that, or just needed a big stop, and I was there for it.
In today's climate, big-time blue chippers can often have lackluster senior seasons. They can move on mentally to college before their prep days are over. But that wasn't the case with Lamar Brown.
Yeah, he handled everything really well. You would never know that he had a lot of that stuff going on. Once he got on the field, it was all about teammates. It was all about U-High, and that's the type of kid he was. He didn't let a lot of the outside distractions affect anything he did here. And that's a testament to his character and what he's done with his family and all that type of stuff. But just can't say enough good things about everything that happened and everything that's going on and the way he just handled everything.
I feel like just really with the 5-star thing, it's more intake off the field than on the field, and it's more about how the type of person you are, honestly. The fans, I enjoy it. I'm someone, especially the little kids, I take advantage of that. Just showing I'm somebody that they can look up to.
Now Brown moves on, but not far, as a huge piece of new head coach Lane Kiffin's plans with the LSU Tigers.
I know somewhat, always through my career, it'll be hard for me to leave here. I just knew I had to make the decision best for me. And so it came down close to with the other schools too. But I just felt like with my brand and name and being from Baton Rouge, well, originally from Irvinville, Louisiana, but playing here in Baton Rouge, I know my brand would be bigger than any other school I go to. And it showed a lot ever since I committed in July.
I'm excited to see what he can do there. You know, when he really just starts to get to practice just defense and really hone in on his skills on the defensive side of the ball. They have a great plan for him. That's why they were able to, convince him to stick around here. And he wanted to. He wanted to be a part of LSU. I think, he's always wanted to go to LSU, and that's a big part for him. And he wants to represent the state, and he wants to win games over there. So I think he's going to do all that. He's going to be really successful. And it's because of his work ethic. It's because he's also a student of the game. He knows the game really well. He's going to pick up on things, and the coach is going to keep coaching him up. And can't wait to see when he really gets in the details of being a defensive lineman how good he can be.
Next, twin brothers coming together to create one of our Sportsline Player of the Year finalists. We take you to Denham Springs after the break.
This 9 Sports Special is sponsored by Point Coupee Parish.
Welcome to Point Coupee Parish, where charm and tradition flow as freely as Falls River. Dive into history as deep as our bayous and culture as colorful as our sunsets. Explore our scenic byways and embark on unique agriculture tours, connecting with the heart of Louisiana's heritage. And there's always something to celebrate, from spooky good times at Boo and Brew to the relaxing wind down on Falls River and the great music lineups for vibes on Falls River. Come make memories in Point Coupee, where every visit feels like coming home.
We are the faces you know, the leaders you expect. You deserve the best of what is provided locally. Strengthened by a national leader in cancer care. Advanced Cancer Care will treat you. Being home will restore you. Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
At Guarantee Bank and Trust, we're here to help you. Whether you own a business or are just looking for something more local, we got you. Our team of local experts is dedicated to finding the best fit for your situation. Whether it's helping with a mortgage for your first home, loans for your subdivision construction, or for your investment property, we'll guide you every step of the way. We aren't just a bank. We're here for you, and we'll always be there to help. Because at Guarantee Bank and Trust, we know community.
WAFB 9 News at 5:30, now streaming.
Good evening, I'm Dion Guillory, streaming right now at 5:30.
National headlines delivered by your trusted local news source.
This is wild. Take a look at this video.
Bringing you the big stories.
Our top story out of Washington tonight and how it affects you.
And tonight's first alert.
We're tracking a line of storms. That could impact your evening plans.
Stream now, stream anytime. WAFB 9 News at 5:30, streaming on the 9 News app, WAFB.com, and Roku.
The Denham Springs Yellow Jackets not only had one of the best pass-catch combinations in the area this season, but they also happen to be twin brothers. John Eads has the profile.
Everything you want in a kid, you have, and you just happen to have them in a carbon copy of each other. Twins are synced up. They were on a different page. They're with each other 24/7.
Denham Springs had one of the best quarterback wide receiver duos in the state this season, and they just so happened to be twins.
We synced up a little different. I mean, been playing with him since we was 4 years old, so I guess we had a lot more chemistry. So when things broke down, I know where he would be. He know where I'm expecting him to be. On certain routes, he knows that once he get here, I'm throwing it. So it allowed us to be one step ahead of everybody else.
It's just kind of instinct. There was a few plays this season. Some plays we either have one man routes. It'll either be a comeback or a curl, and I know I have to win the route. And sometimes I know that he'll put the ball in the right spot to where it just feel like the only people on the field, which is me and the DB. And if I win this route, I know the ball will be perfect, and that's how it was most of the time.
They're difference makers, and you knew who they were coming into it. And if you didn't stop them, you weren't stopping us.
Deshaun and Deshaun Goldman crafting this chemistry for a long time.
We got a big field across from my house, so when we were younger, we'd go outside, no shoes on, no socks, go play tackle football in 30-degree weather, grass damp. My parents would try to get us to come inside. We'd come inside, wake up at 7 a.m. the next day and do it again. It's been a long time coming, building chemistry, playing with each other.
The twins' connection, so close, they even have their own play.
But man, there's just something about them running that comeback to the pylon. They was pretty. They're smiling because they know what I'm talking about. There was just something about, I can see it a couple times going to my right on that pylon right here closest to us. I can see the quarterback, the receiver break back to the pylon, and kind of dive right there, and the quarterback just put it on him.
Because of the timing of it, I knew that at this point he's going to break and stuff like that. From him being with me, he knew he was smarter than a lot of players. Like he realized zones and all that, where to sit at, where to go here if it's here, and yeah, it made him stand out.
The ball was always in the right spot, and sometimes we had curls where we breaking the other way, and I still kind of work out kind of like a comeback because like I knew he wanted to put the ball to like that outside shoulder.
The Twins taking after their older brother Tyree, breaking school records during the 2025 season.
I wanted to basically be remembered. I didn't want to just come in and be just another guy. I wanted to be somebody that we talked about and somebody that will, like I said, be remembered as someone who did something good for the community and for the team.
Growing up, you kind of don't, like being at every single game, you don't expect yourself to be in a position like this. Like obviously, you see yourself in it, you dream it a lot, but kind of being that hometown guy and like growing up here and seeing it all, that was kind of like, it was kind of emotional on the sideline.
They'll forever be examples when we talk to the 8th graders coming in, and looking forward to seeing, that legacy they leave behind.
The Goldmans planning to stick together as they transition into college football, but in the meantime, the Twins are pursuing another goal, making history with the Denham Springs boys basketball team.
They command their respect through like a quiet type strength. I mean, they're not ones that have to talk a whole lot. They're not going to chirp a whole lot. But I think a lot of that is seen not only in football, but you see it on the basketball court. I love the way they play with their confidence on the basketball court.
Y'all ever won a basketball title?
The last one was 1956.
The whole city's engaged, they're watching because they got some high expectations for us this year. So it's good to have a community behind you, pulling for you, and hopefully we get it done and go win a state championship.
When our Sportsline Player of the Year special continues, we visit with another blocking big man ready to suit up for the LSU Tigers. Our journey takes us to the East Ascension Spartans coming up.
This 9 Sports special is sponsored by Point Coupee Parish.
Welcome to Point Coupee Parish, where charm and tradition flow as freely as Falls River. Dive into history as deep as our bayous and culture as colorful as our sunsets. Explore our scenic byways and embark on unique agriculture tours, connecting with the heart of Louisiana's heritage. And there's always something to celebrate, from spooky good times at Boo and Brew to the relaxing wind down on Falls River and the great music lineups for vibes on Falls River. Come make memories in Point Coupee, where every visit feels like coming home.
Illuminate Electrical, powering homes, businesses, and dreams. Our experienced team is ready to guide your property through gorgeous lighting, home, and commercial upgrades. Safety, style, and client satisfaction. That's how Illuminate Electrical illuminates your world.
Be a part of the future of medicine with Velocity Clinical Research. Receive compensation for participating in any of our clinical trials with no insurance required. Velocity offers a number of studies to choose from, including obesity, heart disease, high cholesterol, dermatology, and more. We encourage diversity in all of our trials, and we'll even provide transportation for those in need. Our highly trained staff can help you with any questions and find the study that best suits you. For more information, visit us today at velocitytrials.com.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Before the storm, before the ice, and before the blackouts, illuminate your home with Illuminate Electrical. Your local authorized Generac dealers are here to ease you through every step. Free consultation, unit selection, and installation. Call today to illuminate your world.
Those who can remember what the Chicago Bears did with the fridge, William Perry, over 40 years ago, probably got a kick out of watching this guy this past season. He's a big man in the trenches who also found himself in the end zone. As a four-star recruit, Bryson Martinez earning the reputation as one of the best offensive linemen around. But it was often a slow burn for the East Ascension Spartan.
There was definitely some growing pains with Bryson. It definitely took some trials and tribulations with him, but his maturity kept growing every single year. This year, past year, especially as a senior. He definitely knew he had to take the leadership role for us to be successful, and kind of a tall kid that was filling out his body, learning as a sophomore that you're a high recruit and everybody wants you, everybody expects this and that, and at times had difficulty separating a job from the sport, but once he finally was able to do that, I think he started to enjoy it and find his love again.
It's live or die, man. I mean, you got to protect the quarterback. That's how you get paid, and you got to feed your family.
As the 2025 season wore on, the Spartans discovering they had a versatile tool in Martinez. The 6'6", 308-pounder would rush the football 18 times for 172 yards and 5 touchdowns, along with a pair of 2-point conversions. Martinez would also make 21 catches for 421 yards and 6 more touchdowns. Heck, the big guy was even 3 of 4 passing for 105 yards and another TD.
At our New Orleans camp at 7-on-7, there was a long ball contest, and he won it out of everybody. I think he threw over the football over 70 yards. So we knew he could throw, knew he could catch, decided to let him run, told him this is the week that you're playing your rival, so get low and go get it, and he definitely did. Our Santa Maria rivalry week, the, I guess, Swiss Army knife of our offense, basically. Playing quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive lineman. He did almost everything.
I mean, that's a lineman's dream. Shoot. Living a dream. It's fun. It was fun. It was real fun. Back to reality.
LSU's season and the changes were a bit chaotic, but Martinez sticking by the Tigers for his collegiate football pledge.
Definitely had some outside pressures for sure. With Coach Kelly leaving, some people were reaching out from other schools and everything. I think he might have gotten offered as a tight end a couple times, but he stuck with LSU. I think the big thing with Bryson, what kept him really grounded, is the fact that he loves his family. He loves his mom, his sister, his grandmother.
That was probably like one of the best days of my life. Having all my family and friends out there to support me, to live on my dream. Growing up, that's all I had was my grandma and my mom, really my family. So I knew if I went somewhere far, it would be hard for me to perform if my mental's bad. If I have a bad day, I could run home, talk to my mom about it. Couldn't do that somewhere else.
And despite everything he's accomplished so far, the best perhaps is yet to come for Bryson Martinez.
Honestly, doesn't know how good he is yet. If they can honestly see the potential that is in Bryson, and Bryson can see it in himself, then he's going to be one of the really great ones that people will talk about. He's got so much untapped potential. We only scratched the surface here at EA. We got a lot out of him, but there's so much more in the tank. He's learning how to work in a weight room, a diet, nutrition. He's going to hit the books. He's a smart kid. So honestly, the sky's the limit with him.
So Coach says that maybe you still haven't even reached your potential.
No, sir, not even close. Not even close.
What do you think your potential is?
The stars. Stars the limit.
The St. Charles Catholic Comets enjoying a crazy state championship win, and this linebacker carried on his family name and winning tradition with pride. A look at that hard-hitting middle linebacker coming up.
This 9 Sports Special is sponsored by Point Coupee Parish.
Welcome to Point Coupee Parish, where charm and tradition flow as freely as Falls River. Dive into history as deep as our bayous and culture as colorful as our sunsets. Explore our scenic byways and embark on unique agriculture tours, connecting with the heart of Louisiana's heritage. And there's always something to celebrate, from spooky good times at Boo and Brew to the relaxing wind down on Falls River and the great music lineups for vibes on Falls River. Come make memories in Point Coupee, where every visit feels like coming home.
History isn't just written in books. It's written in long nights, early mornings, and showing up when it matters. When things go wrong, you don't call a stranger. You call someone who knows the roads, the people, the community. That's why Pro Tow Towing has been the call this community trusts, serving neighbors, helping families, answering the call. WAFB and Pro Tow Towing, celebrating 250 years of community and the people who keep it moving.
The best prices on furniture always come from the country. B. Watts Furniture is one of a kind, serving
We are the faces you know, the leaders you expect. You deserve the best of what is provided locally. Strengthened by a national leader in cancer care. Advanced Cancer Care will treat you. Being home will restore you. Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
The name Monica certainly carries a ton of weight in Laplace, and with the St. Charles Catholic family, John Eads tells the story of the talented defender who was the latest in line.
He went from the young one that was running around causing a ruckus at the football games to the Mike linebacker that's making a million tackles.
The Monica family in St. Charles Catholic football are joined at the hip. The legendary Frank Monica building the Comets football program into a perennial power before passing the torch to his nephew, Wayne Stein.
He's the biggest influence on my career. You know, he's my mentor, he's my uncle. So I grew up watching. He's what made me get into the profession, and then he also he took a chance on me at 24 years old to be the defensive coordinator and helped me kind of build my career. And then, you know, was ready to hand me the keys when it was all said and done.
Frank's grandson, Brooks Monica, the last of the bunch to cycle through the program, and someone that Stein is, of course, familiar with.
So Brooks isn't my nephew, he's technically my cousin, but we've always treated it kind of like an uncle and nephew relationship. You know, I used to call him the forgotten Monica because, you know, he was kind of a late one. And he's a bigger Monica than we usually have, you know, and so he really attacked the weight room.
I know when I'm the youngest and having everybody above me just looking down on me almost, I gotta show them what I could do, even though they've always been older and bigger.
Brooks watching St. Charles win several state championships between his 8th grade and sophomore years, but then the program hitting an uncharacteristic lull during his junior season.
We had went 4-7. That's something that we hadn't done around there in a long time. And he was integral as a leader of saying, look, this is not what our legacy is going to be.
Motivated as ever, Brooks elevating his game as a senior.
You know, it was special. He had a special year. Not only did he obviously run around and make a bunch of tackles, but he lined us up. I think he and some other guys, you know, created a standard of defense that, you know, everybody followed.
St. Charles advancing to the state title game, and in a stroke of bad luck, Brooks catching the flu that week, but that didn't stop him from playing and even sealing the championship on the final play of the game.
I grew up just watching. This always was my dream to play and go to the state championship and win it. I just told myself there's no way he's scoring. We got 11 people to tackle one guy. We're not letting him in the end zone. I just ran it my hardest and pushed him out of bounds.
Exactly the script that you would write. You know, the last tackle of his last season, it happens by him, tackling a guy with the ball. They're trying to lateral it around. And, you know, he just had a certain knack, a special knack to tackle the man with the football. I mean, it sounds silly as can be, but some people have a gift, and he surely has it. Maybe surpassed any and all thoughts that we thought that he could be, and he's going to be tough to replace. He had some big shoes to fill. He never tried to make it about that. He tried to be his own man, and he truly is his own man. And that's probably one of the things I'm most proud of, just watching him handle those expectations, but also exceed most of them.
Monica going out a winner in the Superdome, while also being named the Class 4A Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive MVP of his district.
There's certainly been plenty of winning football played in New Roads during recent years. Our next Sportsline Player of the Year finalist hails from Catholic High of Point Capee. Coming up.
This 9 Sports special is sponsored by Illuminate Electrical.
Illuminate Electrical, powering homes, businesses, and dreams. Our experienced team is ready to guide your property through gorgeous lighting, home, and commercial upgrades. Safety, style, and client satisfaction. That's how Illuminate Electrical illuminates your world.
Are you feeling hopeless, isolated, depressed? These are the battles that so many people face every day. It doesn't have to be this way. It's time to fight back against depression with TMS therapy from NeuroJust. TMS therapy is a minimally invasive treatment that has been proven to improve depression without the side effects of medication. It takes a team to fight back against depression. Start your healing journey today with your free consultation at Neurojust.
At Guarantee Bank and Trust, we're here to help you. Whether you own a business or are just looking for something more local, we got you. Our team of local experts is dedicated to finding the best fit for your situation. Whether it's helping with a mortgage for your first home, loans for your subdivision construction, or for your investment property, we'll guide you every step of the way. We aren't just a bank. We're here for you, and we'll always be there to help. Because at Guarantee Bank and Trust, we know community.
The Baton Rouge Clinic has been taking care of you and your children for over 75 years.
From East Ascension to West Feliciana, from Zachary to Denham Springs, we'll keep you in the game.
From your future stars to your weekend warriors, we'll keep you in the game.
From primary care to urgent care, we'll keep you in the game.
The physicians at the Baton Rouge Clinic want to wish you a healthy and successful season.
Before the storm, before the ice, and before the blackouts, illuminate your home with Illuminate Electrical. Your local authorized Generac dealers are here to ease you through every step. Free consultation, unit selection, and installation. Call today to illuminate your world.
Catholic High of Point Capiz senior quarterback has been named our Player of the Week on numerous occasions, and now, naturally, he's a finalist for the Player of the Year. John Eads has a look from New Roads.
He's a rare player. You don't get Jude Morrison's very often. He acts like just another guy. But you watch the game on Friday nights and you realize very quickly that that's not the case.
Jude Morrison is one of the most gifted athletes in New Roads and the state of Louisiana as a whole. But the only way you'd know that is if you watched him play.
If you just passed him in the hallway or just had a conversation with him anywhere, you wouldn't realize that that was one of the best football players that's ever played here. You wouldn't know all the accolades that he has and all the success that he's had because he's such a humble guy.
Morrison is a low-key guy off the field. He doesn't typically say a whole lot, certainly not about himself, but on Friday nights, there is nothing low-key about him.
I always play as hard as I can. I leave everything I have out on the field. Any sport I play, I'm going to give it everything I got. The moments, the pressure and all that, I love pressure.
He's a big-time gamer. When we needed it the most, that's when he made the play. And that's just something you can't teach. It's just something he had in him and part of his competitive spirit. And that's one of the things I love most about Jude is that competitive fire he has in him. Never say die, not just in a game, but within a play. It's not over until you've got him down on the ground.
Morrison, a 3-year standout as a two-way player, earning all-district honors 3 times, offensive MVP in his senior year, and racking up 80 career touchdowns along the way.
It's awesome to just leave a legacy that people can remember, and the younger students looking up to me, it's special, and I hope that I can make a good impact on this school and leave those records for somebody else to break.
Jude is the most underappreciated athlete in the state, and part of that's being in a small town, and playing 1A football. You don't get near as much of the glitz and the glamour as if you're in a big city playing at a big school. But I 100% believe you put him on any roster in the state, and he's one of the best players on any team there is.
Names and numbers on a depth chart are ever changing, and at some point, Morrison 12 will have to be erased. But Coach Caruth says that filling the big vacancy that Jude leaves behind is not a feasible task to accomplish, and really, he doesn't even want anyone to try.
There's not going to be another exact Jude Morrison. I don't want anybody else to try to be Jude Morrison, because if you're trying to be somebody else, then you can't be the best of who you can be. But you can take the parts of somebody and try to emulate that. What he did for this school and this program, we can't thank him enough for that.
I just want people to remember how hardworking I was, how much effort I gave, no matter what the circumstance was, and just being a good leader. Everybody, you need a good leader on your team, and I want people to look up and see that in me. I'll never forget just the times, winning, losing, happy, sad, and it's all special times when you look back at it and you don't regret a single thing.
They love to rush the football and rush it for a ton of yards at Ascension Catholic. We meet our next finalist for Sportsline Player of the Year coming up.
This 9 Sports Special is sponsored by Point Coupee Parish.
Roku users, here's how you can add WAFB to your device in just a few simple steps. Grab your remote and head to the search bar. Once you're there, type in WAFB. You'll see the thumbnail appear, select it, then choose Add App. Once it's installed, head back to the home screen and find the app. Select the app to open it. Now you have access to free live newscasts, first alert weather, and our full library of local content. Stream free anytime with WAFB.
The best prices on furniture always come from the country. BWAT's Furniture is one of a kind, serving you and your family since 1959. People drive from miles around. You'll save more when you get out of town. Drive a little, save a lot. BWAT's Furniture.
Are you feeling hopeless, isolated, depressed?
We both had been having issues with depression, anxiety for years throughout our life. Although I didn't show it, I'd hated to do anything public.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Thanks to TMS therapy at Neurojust.
This has brought me back to wanting to be social again and to feeling like my old self again.
Welcome to Point Coupee Parish, where charm and tradition flow as freely as Falls River. Dive into history as deep as our bayous and culture as colorful as our sunsets. Explore our scenic byways and embark on unique agriculture tours, connecting with the heart of Louisiana's heritage. And there's always something to celebrate, from spooky good times at Boo and Brew to the relaxing wind down on Falls River and the great music lineups for vibes on Falls River. Come make memories in Point Coupee, where every visit feels like coming home.
The Ascension Catholic Bulldogs have often changed head coaches and running backs over the years, but the results seem to stay the same. Plenty of victories and thousands of yards on the ground. Kevin Baptiste has more on our next finalist from Donaldsonville.
When 2024 Sportsline Player of the Year nominee Chad Elzey graduated, a huge void needed to be filled in the Ascension Catholic backfield. Enter in Trevin Simon. The catch was that Simon was a wide receiver and defensive back and had never played the running back position.
I had it in my head that I was probably going to have to move to running back, but I didn't really know until maybe late May, early June, going into summer workouts. I had it in my head that I was probably going to have to move to running back, but I didn't really know until maybe late May, early June, going into summer workouts.
The best thing about him was he got better every single week. You know, every single week it seems like he got better at something. You know, there's an old phrase in sports, be 1% better. Each and every week he got better at something, whether it was ball security, whether it was, you know, allowing the blocks to set up, understanding the aiming points of certain runs, and then even whether it's pass protection.
Simon's running back journey got off to a rocket start in week 1, 269 yards and 4 touchdowns. The next 2 weeks featured a couple more 200-yard outings, but Simon believes he arrived during a week 5 49-40 win over Episcopal, where he scored 6 touchdowns.
It was a shootout, like back and forth, running the ball, scoring, and I feel like that game was really when I kind of took on the running back role fully and showed that I could be great at that position.
If week 5 was the arrival, then week 7 may have been his culmination as a running back. In another shootout, this one at St. John, Simon just kept on running to the tune of 34 carries for 7 touchdowns and a school record 519 yards rushing.
I didn't realize how good of a game I was because The first half, it was pretty close between the games, so I was like, okay, we got to come out and be better the next half. And we did that, and after the game, I heard the stats, I was like, oh, that's a lot. After that game, Chad texted me, he was like, go for the other records. So I knew I had like a chip on my shoulder to go for the other records, not just for the school, but state also.
I did not feel like that was even his best game. I felt like as the season went, it was just whatever he needed to do. In week 10, a lot of people don't know this, he had 10 carries and had 6 touchdowns, right, and almost 300 yards. He only touched the ball 10 times.
In the playoffs, Ascension Catholic was 1 win away from playing in the Division IV Select State Championship game. In their way was top seed and undefeated Westminster Christian, who was doing some yapping throughout the week.
They had got interviewed, so Coach used that as fuel for us. They got interviewed before the week, and Coach played that on the TV every morning when we got here for motivation in the weight room, going to practice. So we definitely had that chip on our shoulder going into there. So I knew I had to step forward on both sides of the ball.
When you get in those big games, your best players have to step up and play their best. And we just leaned on him. We handed the ball to him. We threw the ball to him, and then he flipped around and played every snap of defense as well. If I had to circle a game that just stands out to me and I just say, whoa, it would probably be that one. His stats weren't as good as they were other games. He didn't rush for 500 yards and 6 or 7 touchdowns. He didn't do that. But the kid never came off the field, whether it was a punt, a kickoff return, an offensive snap, or a defensive snap.
Simon did not rush for 500 yards in that semifinal game, just a measly 369 yards to lead the Bulldogs to the Superdome. The season did not end with a state championship trophy, but Simon does end his prep career as Louisiana's single-season leader in rushing yards and touchdowns, 3,915 yards with 58 touchdowns.
Last but certainly not least, we meet our final finalists for the Sportsline Player of the Year after the break.
This 9 Sports special is sponsored by Illuminate Electrical.
Illuminate Electrical, powering homes, businesses, and dreams. Our experienced team is ready to guide your property through gorgeous lighting, home, and commercial upgrades. Safety, style, and client satisfaction. That's how Illuminate Electrical illuminates your world.
At Guarantee Bank and Trust, we're here to help you. Whether you own a business or are just looking for something more local, we got you. Our team of local experts is dedicated to finding the best fit for your situation. Whether it's helping with a mortgage for your first home, loans for your subdivision construction, or for your investment property, we'll guide you every step of the way. We aren't just a bank. We're here for you, and we'll always be there to help. Because at Guarantee Bank and Trust, we know community.
If your office is experiencing performance issues, like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Be a part of the future of medicine with Velocity Clinical Research. Receive compensation for participating in any of our clinical trials with no insurance required. Velocity offers a number of studies to choose from, including obesity, heart disease, high cholesterol, dermatology, and more. We encourage diversity in all of our trials, and we'll even provide transportation for those in need. Our highly trained staff can help you with any questions and find the study that best suits you. For more information, visit us today at velocitytrials.com.
Before the storm, before the ice, and before the blackouts, illuminate your home with Illuminate Electrical. Your local authorized Generac dealers are here to ease you through every step. Free consultation, unit selection, and installation. Call today to illuminate your world.
The Dunham Tigers know how to score points under head coach Neil Weiner, and this guy made the clutch plays time and time again. Kevin Baptiste returns to showcase wide receiver Jarvis Washington.
Before Jarvis Washington was catching touchdown passes for Dunham and occasionally hitting the Dougie in the end zone, the 6'5" athlete was getting buckets at Madison Prep as basketball was his first love. But his old coaches talked him into sharing his talents on the gridiron.
My Madison Prep coach was trying to get me to come and play football, and I was like, why not? You know, I played it in 8th grade, and it was just a fun experience when I played then. We won a championship, so I was like, why not just go be a receiver and just go make plays my freshman year.
Forget just freshman year. Washington had a knack for making plays throughout his entire high school tenure. His senior season was one for the Dunham record books. 78 catches, 1,496 yards, and 25 touchdowns. All of those are school single-season records.
My mindset, like kind of stepping into the line, is kill or be killed. And I know like 100% out of the times I feel like the man in front of me can't guard me. So it's just, you got to trust me with the ball, and I can make special plays when the ball's in my hands.
He's got a physicality and a selflessness that you don't really see a whole lot from receivers, stereotypically. You know, they just want the ball, right? Jarvis has always taken pride in being a physical blocker. He makes the tough catch in traffic, but then he can go up and make the highlight reel catches and go up and catch and you know, catching on top of guys, and then has the speed to pull away from guys.
A play from this past year where all of Washington's skills were on display was Week 3 against St. Charles Catholic. Dunham facing 4th and forever and just looking for something before halftime. And boy, did they get it.
Me and Ja, like usually the timeouts happen and like we'll just kind of like correlate something. It's like even if you see like a little bit of opening, just throw it. Like just trust me with the ball. And he was like, I'm gonna hit you, Jay. I'm gonna hit you. I got you. And I'm like, all right, I'm trusting you. So the play was called, my number was called, and he just threw it. He let it fly. I don't even think he knew. Like there was like 3 guys over there, just threw it to me, and I just came down with it and had to drag a couple people into the end zone with me, but no, it wasn't no biggie.
The catch itself was a good catch, but his ability to catch the ball and then have 4 guys trying to tackle him and refuse to go down and get that touchdown, that was just grown man football right there. That was fun to watch.
Washington will humbly tell you that he can't pick a favorite play from this season because he's gotten in the end zone so many times, but his favorite mix of plays came in the semifinals against Lafayette Christian. Not only did he make plays on offense, he made a key play on defense as well.
LCA, that first touchdown I got, the long one when I had to catch it over the dude's head and house it. The last play of the game where it was like all or nothing. Took a 3-step drop and like kind of just threw it down there, and I was playing safety because my coach trusted and believed in me to go make a stop on defense when my team needed it the most.
Caleb Londecker, our defensive coordinator, said, hey, I'm putting you out there, go win the game. And he got an interception at the end to ice the game for us. So his willingness to do whatever the team needs, it stood out in some of the biggest moments of the season.
In his last high school football game, Washington put on a show. 10 catches for 168 yards and 2 touchdowns, doing his part in Dunham's first state championship win since 2004. A special moment for a kid who initially struggled adjusting to his new school, but now leaving behind a legacy.
It's kind of just something that I could leave on for like the younger guys coming up behind me that, you know, if you put in the work, like you see the senior class of 2026 and how they rallied us together. They had great leadership and they had great ball players, and all you needed was just a little spark from a bunch of guys stepping up and anything can happen. So just definitely something that I want to leave in the Dunham memory of when people come back in that gym or they come in here and they see like a state championship banner. There's going to be something special.
Well, there you go. A look at all 9 finalists for our Sportsline Player of the Year. Coming up, we crown the winner.
This 9 Sports Special is sponsored by Point Coupee Parish.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
The best prices on furniture always come from the country. B-Watts Furniture is one of a kind, serving you and your family since 1959. People drive from miles around. You'll save more when you get out of town. Drive a little, save a lot. B-Watts Furniture.
Are you feeling hopeless, isolated, depressed?
We both had been having issues with depression, anxiety for years throughout our life. Although I didn't show it, I'd hated to do anything public.
But it doesn't have to be that way. thanks to TMS therapy at Neurojust.
This has brought me back to wanting to be social again and to feeling like my old self again.
Be a part of the future of medicine with Velocity Clinical Research. Receive compensation for participating in any of our clinical trials with no insurance required. Velocity offers a number of studies to choose from, including obesity, heart disease, high cholesterol, dermatology, and more. We encourage diversity in all of our trials, and we'll even provide transportation for those in need. Our highly trained staff can help you with any questions and find the study that best suits you. For more information, visit us today at velocitytrials.com.
Well, welcome back to our show, everyone, and we've got a little bit of a surprise in the studio. The winner of the 2026 Sportsline Player of the Year is Jarvis Washington from Dunham High School. Put your hands together for Jarvis. His parents and the head coach, Neil Weiner, here with us, and you earned this. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Talk to me about how's it feel to be representing Dunham, and what a great year you guys had.
It feels amazing, just the work we put in the off season and just lead up to winning the state championship, and now we reaping the rewards from it. So it feels amazing.
I know you played with some very talented teammates, including your quarterback, Elijah Haven, but what was it about you that was able to make so many clutch plays and clutch moments? Because that's a big reason why you're our winner. In the semifinal game and the state championship, you were pretty unstoppable.
It's just the belief that he has in me and that my coaches have in me, and just making plays for me, and just me going out there and executing them and just bringing the ball down and scoring touchdowns for my team.
And it's a great story. I know Coach Weiner and his great beliefs, he doesn't use the word revenge, but 2 seasons ago, you're knocking on the door, you're about to be state champions. It didn't quite work out. You guys had all of that motivation in your tank to get it done this year.
Yes, sir, we definitely did. Just kind of not focusing on the past and just moving on and being where your feet are and just trying to make the best out of the present moment that you're in.
It's a new era in college football, and you're going to South Alabama, and certainly I know they're excited to have you. What are you looking forward to in terms of college football?
Just building a great relationship with the coaches and just trying to be involved in the community and trying to make a name for myself on the college level as I did in high school. And
of course, the head coach there is Major Applewhite. He played at Catholic High for Neil's father, and now he's got a great offensive mind. I know he'll utilize you well.
Yes, sir. Me and Coach Applewhite's relationship is very great. Talks to me almost every week, and just really excited to get up there in May.
Awesome. And finally, just the way you approach the game. It's my understanding maybe this year you were a lot more kind of grateful and had a much better approach to playing the game as maybe you did a year ago.
Yeah, I definitely had a better mindset coming in this year, senior season, and just knowing like the stuff that happened in the past, keeping it in the back of my mind, and just kind of having that dog mentality of just my ball or nobody's ball, and just making the most out of every moment.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That does it for our Sportsline Player of the Year for 2025. We'll see you in 2026. Have a great one.
This 9 Sports Special was sponsored by Illuminate Electrical and Point Coupee Parish.
Illuminate Electrical, powering homes, businesses, and dreams. Our experienced team is ready to guide your property through gorgeous lighting, home, and commercial upgrades. Safety, style, and client satisfaction. That's how Illuminate Electrical illuminates your world.
Welcome to Point Coupee Parish, where charm and tradition flow as freely as Falls River. Dive into history as deep as our bayous and culture as colorful as our sunsets. Explore our scenic byways and embark on unique agriculture tours, connecting with the heart of Louisiana's heritage. And there's always something to celebrate, from spooky good times at Boo and Brew to the relaxing wind down on Falls River and the great music lineups for vibes on Falls River. Come make memories in Point Coupee, where every visit feels like coming home.
Before the storm, before the ice, and before the blackouts, illuminate your home with Illuminate Electrical. Your local authorized Generac dealers are here to ease you through every step. Free consultation, unit selection, and installation. Call today to illuminate your world.
All right, sports fans, if you want to hear real talk.
This title's for them as well because they've supported us all the way.
From legendary Louisiana athletes.
Louisiana Sports Hall of Famer Drew Brees.
If Alabama went 160, we're going to go 170.
And go behind the scenes.
knowing how important that moment was. And that game was full of it.
We hit that golden buzzer, and that's when my life just changed instantly.
Then watch new episodes of Jacques Talk every week on WAFB.com and YouTube.